Welcome back to another episode of Tides of Change. Each video takes a dozen hours to bring to life, so it would really help the channel if you could leave a like. And remember, members get early access to the next episode. Now then, back to the story. You guys have managed to locate the village where the unicorn children were taken by a few of Brachus's men. What this means is that there are still some Kong out there, but you don't know where. However, you managed to make friends, you think, you hope, with the village leader, Tazyn, and her husband, Starmie, who seems to be very friendly and offered you guys cosmetic options, which you turned down. That is the one very convenient thing about the Mer, is that they are very good at healing broken bones, or more specifically, putting them back together. It's considered a type of healing, but it still hurts. Also, everybody who had their bones reshapen, they're going to be itchy for a bit. You know, when something's healing, it's itchy? Yeah, your bones are going to be itchy.
Great, wonderful.
Yeah.
Is that even...
Like the nerves along your bones. So, yeah.
My bones itch and I can't scratch it.
Exactly. So Spira's jaw is going to be itchy, and Key, your ribs. You have 5 broken ribs. You can decide which 5 they were.
You could decide.
Yeah, you got punched in the gut by a yellow-furred Kong with using the deliverance strength. You know, like that. Yeah. You're lucky it was just a sword that broke and some ribs.
And that's with all my protections I had.
Yes. Brachus was supposed to be quite the challenge for you guys. Speaking of which, there was also the 2 vampires before, Morgana and her brother. Well, he's the one that uses his vampire reshaping ability to manipulate his hair. You didn't see Morgana use her shape-shifting ability. You just saw her use her blood whip that one time she tried to take off Brachus's head. So yeah, we have vampires out there, we've got Kongs out there, we've got Brachus out there. But for now, you're in the Mer village. Tazyn seems to have taken a liking to your group. That's some good news. But once Sylaris managed to win the Krathga, so the Mer, the way that they resolve conflicts between individuals is they agree to a Krathga, and whoever loses has to yield to the demands of the other. So it's a type of duel where you agree to the terms of the outcome of it, and since it's only to first blood or incapacitation, it's very rarely deadly, right? Because what if you agree to a Krathga, then how can the person help you out if you kill them, right? Also considered a bit of a tradition for them as well. So it's a ritual, but also a peacemaking deal. Look, the Mer don't really like their curse of humanity. They have been trying to stay as closely connected to their primal origin as they can. So most Mer, you know, their civilization extends to basically these huts that you see around you, these types of structures made out of bone and leather. But they do have like their own rules. The Krathga that Sylaris won against Tazyn essentially means that she will answer your questions that you brought here regarding her previous clients, because normally she wouldn't reveal client information. However, a Krathga changes that, which is why she suggested it, because she took a liking to you with the handshake.
Yay. Way to go.
You were brought back to her house, and also the last thing that we revealed, right at the plot twist at the end, there was an Abyssal Child watching you from the doorway, and that's where we'll continue from. So who wants to react to this? There is an Abyssal Child. Their skin is a deep blue, or you know, the blue and green merged together, not too dissimilar to Sylaris's, but it is a slightly different shade. And he has yellow eyes as he stares up at the group of you. You can't read his expression because he's still within the shadows of the other room. Who does what?
Hyacinth kind of just sits there because she doesn't really understand the implication.
Plus, you can't fly yet. Your wings are still injured.
There's another abyssal?
I'm just gonna stand there like the emoji, how like like the standing man emoji, kind of like that's how I am. That's how she is.
I need to just say this right now. I'm just imagining Hyacinth sitting on someone's shoulder doing the stick bug dance.
Oh my god, please let that be. I'm gonna do that. You know what? Have her do that.
So Nyx, Do you say this out loud, or is this like the thoughts running through your head? Tazyn has returned to her seat.
It's a thought running through my head right now.
Okay, so yeah, Tazyn has thrown herself into her
also
couch.
surprised.
If nobody's gonna point out the child, then he's gonna continue watching you from a distance. Tazyn throws herself down and grabs another one of those fish snacks that she offered you before, and she bites into another one. Is like, that was a lot faster than I was expecting. I at least thought I would have won the Krathgar. As she bites off the head of the fish and starts chewing on it. Sylaris, how would you respond to this? I can't remember the last time I lost a Krathgar.
Have you ever fought with an abyssal?
A couple of times. I must say, I've never had to be afraid of the head tentacles quite like yours before. You definitely stand above the others that I've had to wrestle with.
Yes, I'm quite proud of my tentacles. I had a lot of training.
She throws another fish at you to grab to enjoy because she knows that this is a treat for Abyssal. So she picks one up and tosses it your way.
And I accept it. And I just kind of nod towards the Abyssal Child and ask Tazin, who is this child?
Oh, that's Zarak. He's a child staying at our village. You know how we like to do a bit of a cultural exchange. We take care of some Abyssal children, and the Abyssal will take care of some of the Mer children. And, it's a little bit of a give and take here and there. Well, we don't have that many allies in this world. Zarak is the only Abyssal child we have at our village right now. He joined us about a year ago. Isn't that right, Zarak? He nods briefly, but he won't take his eyes off of Nyx. He's just staring at Nyx's 3 tails and just calculating. Nyx, how does this make you feel? You're being like watched intensely by this Abyssal child.
I'm just staring at the child back like
staring contest.
another Abyssal.
I was just gonna say in between them.
Come from?
I turn to the child and just say that don't mind them. They are harmless.
But it's a demon. He perks up.
A demon.
It's the fox demons. Yeah.
Demons are far worse. They look pretty scary. They are not a demon.
So it's like the one in the cage outside?
Just turning around like demon.
Tangent shushes him away, and he kind of skulks off a little bit. She says, oh, don't worry about him. He still gets a little bit confused about these kinds of things. But yes, I believe that your kind has been at war with the Kitsune for a long, long time. So I think maybe where their parents have been telling them bedside stories about the fox demons. Ooh, she bites into another fish.
There's a demon outside?
Oh no, that was an intruder we found skulking about the forest. We're not actually sure what they are, to be honest, but we can chat about them later. You won your Krathgar, so I would assume you'd be interested in your prize.
Yes.
Starmy, bring us another drink. You hear, yes, dear, coming from the kitchen areas where Zarak had skulked off to.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, he comes back out with a couple more. This time they're not teas, they're more like fruit juices, as well as, you can't quite tell what it is, but it seems like some kind of cake. Like a meat cake, it's like a patty that's been smushed together and steamed. So you're not sure. It's wrapped up in leaves. So when you unwrap it, it's like a meat cakey type thing. It's a bit chewy, a bit bland. They don't have much of a food culture with the Mer. So this is about as good as guests are gonna get.
Hyacinth is just gonna like,
Mystery.
I'm good. I'm a vegetarian, she lies.
Well, the fruit juice is vegetarian, I hope. Tazin laughs. So yeah, you got fruit juice and meat cakes. Who wants to eat the meat cakes? There's also the
I
fish
think
snacks.
I would just stick to my fish.
Yeah, there are the fish snacks
Oh
and
no,
the meat
thank
cakes.
you. I've had enough fish.
I'm going to let Hyacinth try the fruit juice.
Yeah, the fruit juice is delicious. It's very cool and refreshing because this is a rainforest. It's quite hot and humid. Getting the fresh fruit juice is very refreshing.
She's gonna need someone to help her get to the fruit juice.
Are you sitting on my shoulder or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then I will help you. Do you want some of my fish meat?
No.
No.
I'm just gonna try to like hover over the glass to like get some fruit juice, and it's just gonna fall in the liquid.
Okay, give me a roll on that. Let's see.
Just a D20.
Use your dexterity as well. And if you roll under 12, we'll say you fall in.
Okay.
Ooh! Yep. Sploosh. You're drowning in in fruit juice.
Okay, I fish you out.
Oh no!
I am now covered in fruit juice.
Yeah, you are very sticky. That's not great. Tenzin looks at you and is like, well, enjoy the bath while you get it. It's not every day you get to enjoy a fruit juice bath.
She's shivering.
She
She's
slaps
shivering
her,
like a wet cat.
she slaps her belly and says, it would take quite a lot of juice for me to enjoy such a luxury. She leans back in the chair, which creaks uncomfortably as the bones and leather shift. She's comfy. Spira, how do you feel about all of this while the children are still missing? Because these are the people who took the children, right? And you've been very patient so far with everything that's happened. But how long can your character stay composed? Because otherwise we're going to have to do composure checks.
Yeah, she doesn't trust anyone. Like, she drinks a bit of the juice, but she's not eating anything, and she's really worried and anxious about what on earth is in their cage and if she needs to save them.
I think I will just ask her about Morgana and Kale and Brachus.
Ooh, Morgana and Kale. I've only met them once before, and they're a nasty bunch, to be honest. Morgana, I mean, I know when someone's a killer, and I get the impression that Morgana wouldn't hesitate to cut my head off if she suspected we were even having this conversation. She, again, you see she's completely unfazed as she's relaxed in her chair.
Well, that makes the two of us because, yeah, I think he would kill me also. But we really need to find them.
As for Brachus, well, he's a simple man, but simple men can be dangerous in their own ways. She looks out towards the window and she goes, very often those with simple thoughts come up with simple solutions, and simple solutions tend to be a bit brutish. As she bites into the fish once again. As for the brother, I don't know much about the vampire brother. Kale, you say his name is? If I understand correctly, he is the one that passed on his job to Brachus to handle. But what else did you want to?
Do you know where they might be?
The vampire siblings are pretty good guess. I wouldn't be surprised if they were heading to Holdren. Yeah, Holdren has a cove. I mean, the vampires do enjoy living with the Abyssal because it's nice and perpetually dark at the bottom of the ocean. So you could try the nearest Abyssal settlement, but I have heard that there is a house at Holdren, which is a quay port to the north. It's about twice as far away as it is to Upper from here. So yeah, if you were looking for vampires, they would probably be either at the bottom of the ocean or along the coast, somewhere along the port. Brachus, well, who knows where that monkey ran off to.
And who had merchandise with them? Brachus or Kale?
Oh, you're talking about the unicorn children, right?
Yes.
Ah, well, She looks towards Spira and looks at the wings and is just like, I do hope you understand that this is just purely business, right? She's asking this to Spira.
Yes, she does know that. So who has them?
A bit like off, like not in character. I'm kind of thinking about if Spira would just pretend to be a seraph.
Oh, you can
Right
roll
now.
with that if you want. You could give me a deception roll. Let's see. So you would use your manipulation and your deception, which you have neither of which. So it's a pure D20 roll.
Yeah.
All the good rolls got out of the way in the beginning.
Yep.
Let's see. I got a roll for her. Let's see. Aha! Well,
So you see, I'm actually a seraph. Yeah.
her head tilts a little bit and she goes, oh, well, my apologies then. Well then, I will continue to answer Sylaris's questions here then. Nothing to worry about. Let's see. Where should we begin? Yes, as I said, it's mostly business decision, right? I have nothing against the children, the unicorns, or the centaur in general. It's just that I am the leader of my village and I need to protect my village. And, well, the more civilized species out there find the they find the abyssal, as she looks at Sylaris, and she says, and of course they find the vampires. Disgusting is a nice word I can use to put it. So, of course, that's kind of what unifies us. That's what bands us together. But a foundation of shared persecution and hatred is shaky at best. So we're never quite allies, but we tolerate each other as long as there is mutually aligned interests. So it's always in our best interests to align. The vampires and Abyssal put in a request, and I answered. And she spits into a nearby jar that rings out. Exactly. How do you respond to this? Anyone can answer that question.
Hyacinth is still kind of just shaking. She didn't even understand what was going on anymore. She's just not having a good time right now.
I was just like internally thinking about like, since I've seen all three of these groups now, that they all seem kind of terrifying.
Yeah, they have an alliance of being hated. Essentially, they're like, everybody hates us, so we might as well work together. Yeah, she says, and of course, Tarnithia is known as the Wild Continent. There is very little development here, which is most likely why the unicorns chose to flee here. So, with all the jungles and the dangerous wildlife, the Mur's ability to blend in is, well, quite perfect for this. So it makes sense that, you said his name was Kale, right? Or, yeah, Kale and Morgana.
Yeah.
It makes sense that they came to us for a favor. To be honest, though, I was not pleased when an entire caravan of unicorn children and Kongs just stomping through the forest, destroying the trees, upsetting the wildlife. It made such a noise, and very clearly, none of them have ever actually had to hunt anything in their lives before. This subtlety, as I said before, simple thoughts, simple solutions. Inelegant. She spits once again. She says she made quite a mess. So I suggested to them that they split the children up. Much more subtle that way, draws far less attention, especially through these kinds of forests. And it seems my wisdom was right, as she looks at the group of you and says, you guys were able to track them to me. Now the question is, can you track them from here? She laughs as she leans back in her chair. She's messing with you, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, it was her idea to split up the children once she realized that an entire caravan had just arrived here.
So they split up, but how did they split up? Like between Morgana and Kale, or Kale and Brachus, or...
Oh no, it's much cunning than that. I simply informed Brachus and crew that my villagers would lead the pairs out towards 4 agents. They would to be arranged by Morgana, so I don't know what their identities are. I just know their code names. So 2 children were sent to Upper, where the contact over there is Oleander. As I say, there are 4 flowers, 4 poisons, 4 agents. So 2 children are currently traveling towards the town of Upper. The contact in that town is Oleander. Or you could go to Holdren, where 2 more children. The contact is Belladonna. Or you might want to go to Froz, where the contract is known as Foxglove. And the last, I believe they are heading for a Satari ship, which will be heading north all the way to Go'um. And the code name of the agent on that Satari fleet is Contact Hemlock. I didn't choose the names. I'm not that into flowery language, but my understanding is that each one of these code names is a poisonous flower of sorts. So, very poetic. I assume Morgana is responsible for it. But my idea was to simply split them up. Where they go to from there, I cannot say. That was as far as my services go. Well then, yes?
No, I just look at the others really, I don't know, indecisively what to do.
Yes, thank you, because I won't remember.
Yep.
Yeah,
Upper,
Yeah.
Holder. She says, I do have a map somewhere here if you guys would like to have a look at it.
No, we don't need it.
You
Yeah,
know?
a map would be nice.
As I drag the map off the shed screen.
Yeah. Can I see the map, please?
We were looking at that.
Tazin downs her drink as she shouts again, Stormy, bring the map and another drink. And you just hear, yes, dear, from the kitchen again. The short merman with blue skin runs out very happily with another drink as if he'd already prepared one for her. He also refills the fish basket. He notices nobody ate any of his meat cakes, so he's a little bit dejected, but he tries not to show it as he tidies them up and places the map on the table where they were. He's just like, nothing wasted, as he pops one into his mouth.
Look what y'all did.
He made them himself. He brings out two
you.
maps. So just south of Upper is a little dot. That's where you guys are. All 4 locations are to your north. So the closest one is Upper. Then further north of that, there's a little island just off of Tarnithia called Holdren. Then even further north is the Quay city of Ngo. And then on the far left, you can see that there's an island called Froz. So you guys can still ask any questions about this.
The logical thing would be to go to Oppa first. Then we can go to
The
Go'um,
closest one, yeah.
Hey, so what are the
take a
species
ship from there and go to
No, hold it is
Quadrant.
closer.
Yeah, but it is. But it's the same if we go up, take a ship.
The closest is actually a Satari fleet that picked them up, she says. They'll be traveling all the way to the furthest northern one. Yeah, you might be able to catch
Waldron
the
and
fleet.
then from. But the fleet. Oh, they are going to.
Yeah, they're passing by, so
Whoa.
they were the closest for the delivery. So there is a Satari fleet somewhere near the coastline here, heading north. They might even stop off at Appa, you're not sure.
But the first is Oppa. I think we can agree all on that.
The ship is moving away though, so if we handle the ship first, that might not get too far away. Then we don't need to go up to Ngo.
Excuse me, do you have a towel?
Starry!
Oh yeah, she's still wet and sticky.
Starby pops his head and is like, "Yes, dear." It says, "The Fae needs a towel and a mug of water." He comes out with a mug of lukewarm water, so you can have a mini bath. And he's like, "Would you like to go to the other room?" as he like offers his hand for you to hop into, and he takes you to a private room where you can have a bath.
Yes, please, thank you.
Yeah, it's a nice warm mug of water, and yeah, you have a great bath while everybody is discussing these plans.
Thank you. Poor Hyacinth. She wasn't focusing at all. She was just kind of like, oh, nobody asked me for help.
It's just like, I'm wet and sticky and cold.
She totally was able to get herself out because no one helped her.
While Hyacinth is taking her bath, I'm thinking about how far maybe they are, and I want to ask when they departed from this town, this
Oh.
village.
They all arrived at the same time, so they all departed at the same time. It was a few days ago.
How many days ago exactly? Do you
Uh,
remember?
About 3 or 4.
Hmm.
You wouldn't believe it, but a dragon flew past the other day, dodged my bone spears like it knew our village beforehand. And then soon afterwards, an entire swarm of dream eaters, more than I've ever seen in my entire life, showed up, and they've settled in the area. It's kind of wreaked havoc on our hunting yields. Traveling through the forest right now is ill-advised. The arrival of the dream eater swarm has really stirred up our blood bees.
Blood bees.
You've never heard of them?
To shift uncomfortably because
Oh.
we know who that is.
No, they make the most delicious honey. The dream eaters and the blood bees are kind of like oil and water, though. They avoid each other at all costs, so they still they don't get along very well. The situation in the forest is a bit tense. It's why our hunting packs have stayed within range of the village. I believe you ran into some of them. she leans forward in her chair as it creaks once again.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a strict talking to with them later. She
Hi,
looks at you and says,
Carl.
you passed up on all this meat, so she gestures at the party. She jokes, but so yeah, what are you guys thinking about? You're gonna go after the children?
We have to.
Do you?
We kind of have to.
Well, I don't, but I kind of
A
want to
Spira
help.
did not let us
Spira,
not look for
yeah.
look for the kids.
See, I don't particularly like when something is taken from me.
Okay, well, I don't have anything against you. I've already been paid for my role in all of this. I secured my gold and my good relations with the village. If you want my assistance, well, you can always speak my language as she slaps the coin pouch on her hip. And you hear the jingle inside of it. My services are available.
What kind of services?
The same services that brought those Kongs and the vampires to us in the first place. We know how to get through the forest, even in its currency. As I said, we are specialists. Like I said, my prices is gold and favor, reputation.
Oh my god.
Yes?
Oh wait, Hyacinth isn't even in the room at this point.
You can hear from the door. I would assume Starmie would leave it cracked open just enough so you can hear the conversation. He's considerate
Oh
like
well, either way, she doesn't hold gold. It's too big for her.
that.
Yeah,
Fair.
I'm holding on to Hyacinth's gold as well. So there is how much?
It's like
Last time
There's
you got
40
200
gold.
gold.
risk wanting to spend gold.
I have only 40 on me.
Last time you collected
But-
200 from the 4 Kongs before, but the Ember Lion ate one of them. So remember, there's
Yeah.
40 more gold inside the Ember Lion.
Loot.
Well, I
Yeah, we
mean,
should
the
keep
Ember
an
Lion
eye.
hasn't pooped it out yet, so.
Truffles. Truffles are expensive.
Ruffles.
Don't worry, he's gonna do that cat gagging rave party thing eventually. And gold. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna roll for that. I'm gonna see if that's gonna pop out of Hyacinth's shadow right now. Hold on.
Oh,
No, dang it, no.
Just go-
It would have been too perfect.
Gold is gold, right?
No, he doesn't. It's gonna take him a while to digest that.
Stormy could clean it.
She's offering you services to get through the forest to help you get where you need to go. Gain, she looks at you and says, "That is, if you trust me." You can roll like an insight if you want to try and gauge if she's lying or not.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let me have a look at your character sheet. Everybody can do this roll, by the way.
I can't because I'm not in the room.
You can hear. Like
I know, but I need to be. You can't just.
you can base it on the tone of her voice.
Oh, okay.
We're going to combine intelligence and manipulation. So you're going to be, if you're a good liar, then you would know another liar, right? So intelligence and manipulation. Oh, wow. Okay, the party is on fire. Nice. Okay, yeah, everybody gets the impression that she is being truthful in her statement of her services being available. You don't get the impression that she is planning to betray you, but it's again, it's a bit hard to tell because she's been messing around with you guys since you first arrived.
Sylaris, I need help.
Oh my god, I just facepalm and go. Over.
Is the little one
Christ.
drowning again? Should I call Starmie?
No.
She said. Tazin says to Sylaris as Sylaris stands up. Should I call Starmie?
Sylaris!
What is it?
Okay, so you leave. You go across into the other room. Okay.
Yeah.
You can whisper.
Okay, and then
What
Hyacinth
is
is kind of she's waving her hand to come closer,
Yes, I lean towards her.
and she whispers, "If she ever betrays us, I could try to make a contract with her. I really don't want to, but if push comes to shove and she starts to betray us, I can probably use my fake contract."
Fake contract magic?
Yeah, it's not that hard, but I don't really want to use it, but there's a lot of lives on the line, and I realize that we do need to find these kids, and she's not very trustworthy. So if it ever comes to that,
Have you ever used that magic?
no, but I know how it's used.
I mean, sure. Tell me more about this contract magic.
Well, it only lasts for a week, but that should be enough time. But basically, I could get someone, even if it does go out, I mean, I can get someone to. There's a lot of loopholes to this contract magic in my point, but I don't know any of them that would help her out if I ever got her into a contract.
So is it like an unbreakable contract
Yep.
thingy? Oh, I see.
Well, I think.
Well, okay.
She says, I think.
If you are sure, but this contract does not harm you, right?
No,
I mean the magic.
no,
Even if she breaks the contract, it won't harm you, right?
no. It will
Okay.
just be that, she's not on our side anymore. And, she might retaliate if she's mad enough.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
Should we tell her about this contract magic, or you do
No.
this without her knowing?
No, you can't.
Okay, then we can try.
Because if she knows about it, then she'll know how to avoid it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, then if it's really something you are confident to do, then by all means, it's a good idea.
There are lives on the line, so I'm willing to put down my
Okay.
morals for it.
What do you need for this contract magic?
Nothing.
Anything.
Oh,
Or anything, honestly. Yeah, anything, honestly.
oh, okay.
I'll tell you how it works.
I'm listening.
The way a Fae contract has to work, it's very tricky. If a Fae ever offers you anything, do not take it. Because once you take it, you're in their contract. And they can, and if it comes to the time where the time is about to expire for the contract, they can make you take something from them.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be stuck in that contract forever, if they so desired.
Oh, Fae are cunning little creatures, I see.
That's why I'm telling you. Now don't fall for it.
Thank you for telling me.
Now here, take this.
Here, take this. Now here, give me something.
Yes, that is the thing, right? Is that a Fae can offer anything, and if you accept it, you agree to follow all of their instructions for a week. But if they force you to accept something before the end of that week, it resets.
Now I'm just starting to think about our whole journey. Did I
These
ever
are Sicolo,
accept
take
anything
this.
from?
This creature.
Yeah, there have been several opportunities where Sylaris could have been contracted.
Oh,
But she didn't.
She didn't, exactly.
All right, then let's do this. But first, we don't even know if we have the gold, she asked. Okay.
I don't want to upset her, but if it has to come to it, I can trick her. I don't want to, though, because if she gets mad at us, if she has revenge against us, I mean, that's not gonna be good.
Come on, I just won against her half an hour ago. Don't be scared.
But look at me, my antenna, my wings.
Yes, but
I can't even fly.
Yes, but we are 4 people in this group. We will help. I promise you, we will help you if she gets mad.
Either way, I don't think I have anything that she would want, that she would take from me.
Well, we have gold.
That doesn't count. It has to be something. More material.
More material than gold.
I was gonna say, like, you can use gold if you want, but it's up to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it literally is anything. It could be a peanut for all you want.
Okay, so
Maybe you can hold 1 gold coin.
she's not gonna take a gold coin.
One piece of gold. Like, give her the last piece of gold. Like, oh yeah, you missed this. This one fell out of the pouch. Here.
Yes, exactly. Or this is the one that it was in your pouch.
Or you can say every member of the party has to contribute, so you all pay one by one.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true.
that works also.
Yeah, do that. Let's do that.
Okay, but first of all, let's agree on a price. Because maybe she will ask for a ridiculous amount.
Right, but you let me give the last gold.
Okay, I'm giving it to Hyacinth 1 gold coin.
All right. So the two of you
Okay.
return to the room now.
Yeah.
Okay. Tazin, she's still leaning back in her leather chair, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you drowned. You took so long in there. Are you okay?"
Sorry.
Yeah, your hair is still wet from the bath.
I was embarrassed.
Yeah, she needed some help. She has her antennae broken, so...
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Starmy can't help you with that one. He might be able to make an ointment, though. Starmy! And he's just like, "No, sorry, I already had a look at her. I can't do much, my honey. My blood honey."
My blood honey.
Yeah.
My bloody.
No, blood honey. Yeah. Tazin is like, "Oh, well, time heals all wounds anyway." A DM question. Spira and Nyx, what are you guys plotting here? What are you guys doing? You've been sitting there a bit nervous and quiet for a while.
Spira is mainly focusing on if she can get hold of Kelpies, and if she can get Kelpies to help with the ship.
There would
And
be
what on earth
Kelpies
is
the
in
ship.
that cage? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
There would be Kelpie on the Satari ships. They do have an agreement together. They do work together. So there should be Kelpies on the ship.
If only I had my sever fin alive, right?
Ooh.
If only the DM hadn't killed your silverfin. Or no, it was a.
Fin, yeah.
Oh.
I traveled hundreds of kilometers.
It was
with
the
my shark.
Kilrathi.
Yeah, it was the Kilrathi. There's not much we could do about it.
Well, you've always got the memento of the Kilrathi on the face, on the face pocket.
Yes, I have.
Nyx, you notice that the Abyssal Child.
It was Zarokto.
Yeah, Zarkto is watching you again from the shadows. It seems he's come back and is staring at your tails moving. The fox demon. He whispers from the shadows.
Staring back at that kid. Like, I thought kids were supposed to be cute.
Excuse me, he's plenty cute.
He doesn't seem afraid of you, but he's more just fascinated because like a legendary fox demon has showed up in his house. And his,
God,
and
I
his-
am still mad he called me a demon.
and his semi-adopted mother is perfectly calm in front of such a demon.
And another abyssal. So
Fox demon.
Can I do a composure roll to make sure that Spira is not just running out of there doing something?
Yes, yes.
She's getting a bit tired of standing still now.
I will give you a composure roll with advantage because you know that the most important thing right now is finding out how to get to these kids because they've all been split up. So I'll give you an advantage on that roll. So whichever roll you want to pick, you can pick. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you managed to keep your composure, but you do feel your leg tapping. You know that sort of nervous twitch that sometimes can happen where your leg taps up and down. That is kind of what you feel is beginning to occur. But you're managing to keep yourself under control here. Sylaris and Hyacinth, you have returned to the couch. The fish in the basket is running low, as is the drinks. So Tazyn is still looking towards you guys, and she's like, is there any other questions? I've offered you my services, but you can ask any more if you have anything else you want to know.
first of all, I'd like to know the price of your services.
There's 4 of you, but we can count the Fae as a freebie since they're very small. So we'll count it as 3 people, right? 3 people through the forest. I would say probably 60 gold, given the Dream Eaters currently around here. It would be a bit more pricey than normal. She smirks. She takes advantage of any situation. She's like,
situation.
She's like, well, the forest is extra dangerous at the moment, so I can charge extra.
Should we?
Well, how much gold do we have altogether, or?
We have a lot.
You have
I
a
mean,
lot.
not me, but yeah.
We have enough.
You got 200 last week from the Kongs alone, and then you also had some gold left over from the 2 Kilrathi horns that you sold.
We have all of them. I mean, we had 20 per person, so it's alone.
80.
It's 80 alone, yeah, plus the 200.
Okay.
Well, given
Plus
how-
whatever the Ember Lion coughs up.
She doesn't know
Yeah.
about the Ember Line yet. Just that one mer who was very scared for a second. What did I just see in the face shadow?
That face evil.
Exactly.
I just look around and silently asking everybody, guys, what do you think?
Hyacinth is like.
Spira doesn't know too much about money, so she just fully trusts Sylaris and Nyx to deal with the money side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a repeat of Nicola once
yeah,
again.
with
Nyx
the
would
Kilrathi.
sigh and just nod.
This is just
Nyx
like when
would
you're trying to
just
sell the
sighs and
Kilrathi
nods.
horns.
Like,
Yeah, that was a glorious haggling.
You want to try again?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know how much we will have to pay for the ships and everything else. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I will tell her that instead of 20, it's 15 per person.
All right. So
We
then,
are.
in that case, we shall require a roll.
5.
You can use your appraisal skill, so +2, and
Right? So-
yeah. So your appraisal skill.
you're
'cause-
negotiating again.
Yeah. So give me your manipulation plus
Are we
appraisal.
haggling?
Oh, manipulation and the prey. Oh, that's nice. That's a +7. Watch me.
Oh!
Let's go!
I'm not even gonna roll. Wait.
Let's go!
Come on, 20.
Yes.
I got a 2.
I wasted my nat 20 on this. Okay.
Yeah, she cracks her knuckles and is like, you know what? I like you, Sylaris. I got a good feeling from you the moment you walked into my village. How about this? I will take you all for free. Yeah, we can just consider it a favor owed in the future. You know, if I am in trouble, you can help me out.
Hyacinth's just like.
I don't know if it's good or bad because honestly, at this point, I would rather pay than owe a favor to someone I don't really know.
You're just like, hey, how about?
You can insist on paying if you want. Like, no, I'd feel more comfortable.
No, I insist.
Or Hyacinth could give her something else other than money. Like, something that fell on the floor or whatever.
Oh, you dropped this! Again, this is gonna probably piss her off.
I'm sorry, you rolled a nat 20 on a haggle. You basically got it for free.
Yeah, that is
You're
insane.
pretty cool.
Okay, fine, but how do we? Yeah. So no contract then. Fake contract.
No contract.
You can. I mean, Hyacinth can back her the towel.
Again, this is if she betrays us.
Yeah, but even if it's free, she still can betray us.
She's gonna get pissed.
Hyacinth, give me an
Betrays us
intelligence
like
roll.
Rin.
Oh.
Also, Spira, give me.
Mistake number 1.
Well, we are like a perfect team with Hyacinth. We are the dumbest of this group. I have 0 intelligence, and she also has 0. At least it's not -1 now.
Yeah. Hyacinth's brain.
It's the perfect duo too.
Hyacinth's brain short-circuited once you heard that the price was free, and you were like, "My plans are ruined." Like,
She's like, I'm upset now.
you know that sort of dead expressionless look that you see that anime characters sometimes get? That's basically what happened as soon as she's like, "You know what? I'll do it for free," and she's just like, "Eh." Spira, please give me another composure check.
Good, right?
I can see those red marks on her temple. Like we are just wasting time. She's getting angrier and angrier.
Yeah, Spira, you visibly lose your
Like,
temper.
we gotta go, guys.
Yeah. The veins just popping on her temple.
So,
Oh,
was
no.
like tapping her foot and everything.
Fine.
Yeah, Spira, you
Okay,
stand up. Yeah,
so
you stand up.
We're
because-
going for free. We're going.
Spirit is going, yeah.
What do you do now?
But let's go.
Do you walk out the room? Do you sit back down? What do you do? What do you do?
I just go out and where is that cage? I want to look inside of that cage.
Nice. You've been very restrained this entire time. Tazin laughs. She's just like, I like her spirit. Ah, are all seraphs like this? As she nudges, she elbows Sylaris as she also starts to follow.
I'll give you off. I mean, I will follow her.
Nyx, give me a reaction roll.
Reaction roll. She's gonna trip.
Reaction roll.
Yeah, so give me your perception rolls.
Oh God. That one. What is going on?
Unbelievable. So
We wasted our good rolls.
let me get this right. Sylaris crit successes on the haggle, and then Hyacinth and Nyx both crit fail on everything immediately afterwards.
What?
lost
You
our
also
mind.
crit failed?
Yes. I'm not going to make you do a reaction roll here because you didn't even notice it. However, as you're leaving the hut, you feel it's a little bit colder on one of your tails. And when you look at it, you notice there's a little bald spot and you see the Abyssal Child at the back in the shadows of the same room holding a bit of red fur in his hand. And he goes, "Fox Devil," as he disappears into the shadows.
I did not notice.
Let that kid. That kid.
He ran up to grab your tails and he accidentally yanked out some of your fur and you didn't even notice.
Oh my God.
Fox Devil.
I have beef with that kid now.
Come on. He's just a kid. The fur will grow back.
Gina, give me a perception roll.
But it's my fur.
No way!
Oh my God.
Happening.
Goodness. Okay,
What after that one?
Spira, you storm out of Tazin and Starmie's hut. Determined to find where this cage is, you storm into the village, not sure. Everything looks very similar. All the buildings are made out of bones and leather, so it's very hard to tell the difference. But you then suddenly realize that you are now standing inside one of the mer cages. You accidentally walked into one of the cages. Next to you is somebody cuddled in another cage, sitting on their knees. They have just pants on there. It's a man with dark hair and a large beard. And yeah, that's all you can really see. He's sort of cuddled up inside of a cage. You accidentally walked and fell into a mer cage. So everybody else is looking at you. You're, for the second time today, you have been placed inside a cage. Because Sylaris put you in a cage last time. But congratulations, Spira. You found the person you were looking for. There is somebody sitting in the cage next to you.
But did Spira fall into the cage, or did she just walk in? Like, is she fully stuck there?
Yeah, you walked into the cage, stepped off of a ledge, and fell into a cage. So, yeah, you're just hanging out inside the cage. You can easily get out since you've got wings. But yeah, there's a guy swinging next to you. Just lightly in the breeze.
Hi, who are you?
He grunts a little bit. He just goes, and he looks, he lifts his head up ever so slightly so he can peek his eyes out from below his arms. He's sitting down, but it's like a vertical ball. He looks at you and he just grunts and he goes, and he goes back down. Tazyn is laughing. She's got a big belly laugh. She's like, yeah, I guess the Seraph are not great walkers, are they? She stretches down and like offers a hand to help pull you out of the cage. Do you accept her hand? You can choose to like get yourself out, then you will roll, or you can accept her hand and she'll just pull you out.
Yeah, I think Spira will get her or just fly up.
Okay, just give me a dex roll then. It'll be a very easy one. So 4 plus 4.
Dex 4.
Yep, you easily fly up and out of the cage. Tazyn says, so you didn't have any luck either with him, right? He hasn't said a word since we caught him.
Where did he come from?
We caught him sneaking around, actually near the entrance to the Bloodbee Caves. We don't even know what he is, to be specific. You notice that he doesn't have any defining features. He could be any species, really. He might be a blank. He could be a seraph that hasn't gotten their wings. He could be anything, really. Or he could be human. She laughs because mer eat humans in particular. They love the taste of human.
Gulp.
The humans are probably the most hated out of everybody. You can try and talk to him again. Anyone can if you want. Spira, you can also try if you want to try and communicate with him. I'll make you do a roll for this though.
Yeah, Spira's gonna land on top of his cage.
Okay, so you land with a thud. And?
If you want to get out of there, I think you'd better start speaking up. Like, why are you here?
Let's see. That was a good statement. Yeah, give me charisma, but I'm going to factor in that it's, I'm going to lower the difficulty for that one. He grumbles a little bit and he says, my name's Jack.
Okay, that is to
Jack
start.
Sparrow.
No.
Jack Sparrow.
He looks at the Kitsune and goes, no, just Jack. That's all I know. I washed up on the beach and the only thing I found was the name Jack on the back of my shirt.
Have you lost your memories? Is it okay if I have a look at you?
He returns back to his sort of skulking position.
Is that a yes or no?
I'm not stopping you. He looks up at Tazyn. He's like, she might. And Tazyn's like, well, you can give it a try. I mean, he's not going to go anywhere. She basically is like saying, yeah, if you want to get in the cage with him and have a look, you can.
Yeah, Spira is gonna open the cage and jump down and have a look at him.
Okay, then. Give me your apothecary rolls. 16. You don't notice any injuries that stand out to you besides the occasional scratch here and there, which could have come from running through the forest barefoot. But at the same time, it also looks like he was had a bit of a scuffle when he was caught by the mer. Yeah, you also, concerningly, don't notice any identifying features. Just as Tazyn said, there doesn't seem to be anything here indicating what species he could be. Also, Tazyn used a word you've not heard before. She said he could be a blank, but you've never heard that expression before. The only person here who would be Sylaris. Give me a memory roll. Give me an intelligence roll, Sylaris. Let's see if you can remember what a blank is.
Yeah. Exactly.
You vaguely remember that blanks have something to do with the curse of humanity. Actually, Spira, give me a roll as well, because you did spend time with Dr. Wolfenstein, so there is a chance you could have mentioned. Much better. You remember him in that soft accent that he uses, that he always has, where he's like, remember that the curse of humanity varies in strength from individual to individual. And sometimes an individual is most unfortunate where they are born as a blank, which means they are fully consumed by the curse of humanity. As you can imagine, someone who is essentially a human child born into a non-human settlement has a very rough time in their lives. That's the memory you get. So he might be a blank, he might be human, or he could be another species, but he can't remember. So those are your options. So yeah, blank.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, being born a blank really sucks because everybody thinks it will treat you like you're a human, even though genetically or not.
I never asked to be human.
Exactly.
I've never seen something like this.
What am I going to be doing anyway? I'm just hanging out here. I'm getting fed these disgusting meat cakes every day.
Oh, come on. He worked hard to make
Oh,
those.
no.
And Tazyn laughs and says, don't worry, those weren't Starmie's meat cakes. I wouldn't feed a prisoner Starmie's meat cakes. Starmie makes the best meat cakes.
That's actually kind of sweet.
You guys were getting the good stuff.
Whatever that stuff was.
You guys do remember she mentioned that they found him near the Bloodbee caves.
Oh my god, he's a bee.
Can I use my spirit sense to sort of sense his spirits?
Yep, sure, go for it. Give me a...
Yes, I was going to. It's been a while since I've done this.
Both of you notice that there is something odd about the wild spirits around him. So you know that everybody has their own natural spirits that is emanating from their soul that sticks near their body. And you notice that there seems to be a disjointed flow of the spirit around his cranium, around his head area. It seems that the natural flow of his spirits is being disrupted at some point. What this could mean is unsure. It could be that there's some kind of spell cast on him. It could be a curse. It could be something that has poisoned him. You have no idea. You just know that his natural flow of spirits has been disrupted.
Huh. That's odd.
Yeah, both Spira and Nyx noticed. Anybody have any questions for him? Because he is talking now.
What are your ailments? How do you feel right now?
Irritated, for one, because I've got people yelling at me. He grumbles. He says, 2, I'm stuck in a cage. So that also might have something to do with how I'm feeling right now. His angry tone shifts a little bit when he notices that Hyacinth's antenna droop a little bit, and he feels guilty, and he's just like, sorry, that was look, I've been through a lot recently. It's only been a few days. I have no idea who I am, and now I'm in a cage, okay? I'm a little bit on edge.
Is there just one thing that you do remember? Anything that pops into your head?
I do have dreams, but I don't know if they're real or not. I have these dreams of a dark crypt and a cave and screaming in the cave and the walls moving with bones and claws. That's all that I can remember. So Tazyn is like, well, I don't know about you, but either we're gonna eat him or you can take him. It's entirely up to you. And he looks up and he's like, what?
Take it.
I think we should take him, right, guys?
Yeah.
I can take him.
He's like, well, not much of a choice, I guess, but why were you gonna eat me? He looks up at her and he's like, I'm a mer. That's what we do. We usually eat the non-species that we don't like.
My mind glances over to the meat cakes.
Tazyn kind of winks at Nyx because the mer haven't really interacted with the Kitsune before. She actually mouths this. She's like, I wonder what fox tastes like. So you have this mysterious individual who has joined the party, and all you know is his name is Jack, and that's all he knows. But you guys can keep him for as long as you want.
What do you mean keep him?
He's joined the party, but not of his own free will. I don't have a choice, so you lead, I'll follow. If you could get me to a doctor, I would appreciate that. I need to get this head fixed. Is he like...
Oh, don't worry about that.
Can't Spira help?
Yeah, she kind of doesn't want to announce that, but yeah, she has
Oh, that's right, Sarah.
some ideas.
She's a seraph right now.
Yeah, so she might ask Hyacinth to chill the air at one point, if need
What?
be,
Because the Seraph,
to
whenever they
make
use
sure
their
that
wings,
it's cold.
cools the air down. So basically, Spira would ask you to help Trick by using your weather magic to make it look like she's a Seraph.
Ah,
Clever, very, very clever.
very clever. I
Mm.
didn't even think of that.
That's because you rolled a 1.
That's true. That's so true.
Oh my god.
Tazyn is like, I can lead you through to the coastline, which would probably be your best bet, in all honesty. It's easier to walk along a beach than it is to trek through a very upset forest. That would be my suggestion. I can take you to the coastline. There's just one problem. and you probably are not going to like.
What is it?
Well, remember I told you that there was a whole pack of angry dream eaters that came chasing a dragon that came through by here? Well, that means walking through the forest is just as dangerous as trying to fly through the forest at the moment. Until all the dream eaters return to their normal hunting grounds deeper into the continent, we're gonna have to go underground. More specifically through the Blood Bee caves.
No, thank you.
Don't worry. Comparing the blood bees to the dream eaters, they're much more manageable. As I said, blood bee honey is delicious. We harvest it all the time from them. I know how to get us through the caves, but I must apologize to the little fae over there. You just took a bath, but we're all gonna have to get a little bit dirty before we go.
Oh, good.
Your antenna droop. Starmy! She calls out and you hear from the hut. He's like, yes, my blood honey. We need the jars. And he goes, oh, you're going there again. Okay, dear. Starmy comes out a few minutes later carrying several pots, one for each member of the party. So we've got 6 jars. Does anybody want to open them? Yes, no? You can say no.
I will open it and just cautiously smell it.
As soon as you open the jar, you see inside a deep, thick, red coagulating liquid. It's fresh blood.
Oh. Been through enough battles, right?
You don't know what blood it is, but you just know that it's jars of blood. Starmy runs back into the house and comes out with some palm leaf fans. And he says, come on, let's head to the village fire. And Tazin explains and he says, the blood bees love, well, as the name implies, blood. And don't worry, they see you as their precious flower. They're not going to crush their flower when it has so much nectar to give over the course of its life. So unless you have cuts on your body, which would drive them too excited, you should be fine. As long as you don't step on any of their lava or go into any of their lava chambers, they also won't get angry. What we're going to do now is cover ourselves in smoke because they dislike the scent of smoke. And we will use these jars to distract as well as to pacify them. As long as we have enough jars as we go through the cave, everything should be fine. Please don't drop or lose it. We're going to need them. Otherwise, we're going to have to find how to get more blood while we're in the cave. Starmy starts fanning the smoke coming off of the fire in the town center, and the smoke starts to cover everybody in the party. Jack is standing there and he's just like, could I get something other than these jars? And Tazyn's like, nope, I don't trust you yet. For now, you're just going to have to trust in your newfound friends. So she gestures to the ones that everybody else in the party. And he's like, oh, great. That's just great. Okay, I'll hold the blood for the blood honeys. He says sarcastically as he's standing there in just his pants. He's just holding 2 jars of blood. He's like, great. Okay, so you guys are covered from head to toe in the smell of smoke. You can't smell your normal scents anymore at all. As you're walking through the forest with Tazyn, she asks you and she says, so what was your decision, by the way? Which of the children are you going to go first? Which agent are you planning on meeting?
Or didn't we say that it should be which one was it? Well, I don't think we can catch up to the Satari fleet if they are already 3 days ahead of us.
So which one is it then?
I would vote for Oppa.
Yeah.
Appa.
You're returning to Appa. You've come full circle.
Whee!
Well, first we got to get to the coastline, and which means we have to go through the cave. As you're going through the forest is very much alive. You hear animals. Tazyn is an expert at this. She seems to be reading the trails in the past and moves with experience of a professional hunter. She guides you and instructs you, helping you navigate through. And it seems that she really does enjoy the presence of the group. She laughs as she says to herself, I guess, well, you guys are probably the most fun clients I've had in a while. She's stalking through. Eventually, you reach what looks to be an innocuous cave. Yes, you hear a slight buzzing in the forest. A lone bee the size of your hand drifts through the forest. Its fur is deep red with black stripes as it enters into the cave. Just a lone bee. They are big. They're as big as Hyacinth.
Hyacinth is like scared out of her mind. She's like, if this thing stings me, I'm dead. I'm just dead. I'm dead.
As I said, there's nothing to worry. We've got our jars and we've got our smoke. And as long as you don't step on any lava, we'll be fine. If you don't start a fight, we'll be fine. Tazyn instructs.
No.
She says, All right, let's start off with the traditional offering. And she takes out her jar and she walks over to the edge of the cave and she spills just a tiny bit of blood near the entrance. And then she walks away from the cave and heads into the opposite direction from the rest of the group into the forest. After a few minutes, when she returns, she has no more jar in her hand. And she explains that she's opened the jar and placed it far away. So it will lure the blood bees from the cave out and they will head into the forest to go track the source of that down so they can bring more blood. So once the majority of the bees have exited the cave, the party will go in. So it takes a couple of minutes, but after a while you see dozens upon dozens upon dozens, maybe even hundreds of bees slowly exiting the cage and disappearing into the forest in search of the pot that she's hidden. She didn't make it obvious in the open. She's hidden it pretty well. So it's going to take the bees a while. So they're busy buzzing peacefully above the forest, trying to find the source of this blood that was freshly placed. Any roleplay moments before you go into the cave? Jack is stoic and quiet.
This Hyacinth is like shaking. She's so scared.
Yeah, you still can't fly, by the way.
Yeah, she's like shaking on Sylaris' shoulder.
Do you want to get
Spira
into
is
my...
also just getting more and more freaked out the closer to the cave they can come.
Hyacinth is gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna hide
Everybody,
in your bag.
watch your step. Don't step on any
Okay.
larva.
Okay, come.
I'm gonna
And-
go under a mountain. I want to go over mountain. We're not meant to go under mountains.
As I said, the Dream Eaters would probably tear us apart if you attempted that. And she gestures as she walks into the cave itself. She lights up a torch. Does anybody else want a torch as well? But please don't set the bees on fire. That will stir up the entire nest. So who wants a torch?
Oh, good to know. I want the torch.
Yeah, the smoke will help pacify them, but if you actually set one on fire, that would be bad. So Spira, do you want a torch?
Yeah, I want a torch.
Okay, one torch for Spira, one torch for Nyx. Sylaris and Hyacinth will stay in between the torches, I guess, in between the group.
I'm in the pouch.
Give me, how do you want this to be? So obviously Tazyn's going to be up front and Jack is going to be at the back. How do you guys want to position yourselves? Who wants to be like behind Tazyn and who wants to be in front of Jack?
I think I will go behind Tazin.
Okay, so you're right behind Tazyn.
I'll be in front of...
We've got one torch in the front and two torches at the back, basically. You guys feel the air shimmering as you're walking through this cave. You notice that it's difficult to keep your footing because the floor is waxy, it's slippery, and it's humid and warm as this is a nest for these bees. So there is a certain level of humidity. To your horror, you realize that this humidity must be related to the nectar that they gather. You travel deep into the cave. Everybody besides Hyacinth, give me an acrobatics to make sure you don't slip. And I will roll for the other two. Oh my goodness. Spira, because Sylaris is up front. So Spira, because you rolled super
Wow.
high. Jack rolled a 1. So I'm going to say that you managed to catch him. You rolled so high that you were able to catch Jax before he slipped. I mean, he's barefoot. He's topless. He's carrying one more jar because Tazyn took a jar from him. He's carrying a jar of blood. This poor guy has no idea who he is, and now he's walking into a nest of horrors. Yeah.
Couldn't even get him some shirt, like a shirt or anything.
Nope. You guys walk through the cave. It seems to be going all according to plan. Thankfully, Spira saved the day because Jax was going to break one of the blood jars when he slipped with that crit fail. The eerie light of your torches reflects off of the walls, and you notice that the walls, as the deeper you're going into the cave, the layers of wax seem to be building up. It has a beautiful ruby sheen to it, almost as if the blood is frozen in time and it hasn't turned that pitch black coagulated as it naturally would. It seems that the spiritual capabilities of the blood bees might be preserving this blood in its sanguine form within the wax. You get the impression that if you were to cut into the wax itself, fresh blood might gush out. This knowledge could be useful.
Only the spirit, or is there some kind of anticoagulant agent in there? Because maybe I can use a sample for my alchemy.
Yes, you can gently carve some of the wax away without actually breaking the seal of the contents within.
Then I'm doing it.
Just give me a dexterity roll. It's not going to be hard. We're just going to hope that you don't roll a 1. You manage to gather a sample of the wax that you store in the vials of your alchemy set. You do notice that the tip of your dagger is ruby red with what looks to be fresh blood. However, you can quickly clean off the knife on the wax surface itself. Does Tazyn see this? Yes. She says, we better get moving quickly before they notice the cut, because that will draw them to this exact location. So she doubles the pace, which now will increase the slipping difficulty. Everybody give me another acrobatics roll, except for Hyacinth.
Yeah.
You're there for moral support.
Oh no. Oh no.
Come on, roll.
That's-
Oh, I can't see my roll.
Spira is
Oh, there's-
determined.
Wait.
It's a 2. It's a 2.
No.
Just like mine.
Jack also rolled a little bit B.
The spirit really is determined.
She's very freaked out about being under a mountain. She just wants to get out of there.
Yeah, I will make you do a composure check eventually, but all right now. Nix, you drop the torch. Actually, give me a D4. Even number means you drop the torch. Odd number means you drop your blood vial, your blood jar.
Oh no!
Okay, it's an odd number. Your jar dropped to the ground and it slides along the wax. The lid is held in place tightly, so it doesn't immediately open and spill. However, it is sliding down the wax into the darkness of the cave. Does anybody want to jump after it?
Can I try to catch it with one of my tentacles?
You are up front with Tazyn, so the closest one would actually be Spira, and Spira rolled the highest on their roll, so they would probably be the most likely to grab the jar.
The spirit's gonna try and grab it.
Okay, give me acrobatics.
Spirit, grab it.
First you save Jax's jar, and now you save Nix's. You slide deep into the darkness, but the rest of the group sees you holding. Give me another D4 because you have to put one of your items down. You have to put down either your jar or your torch. You threw your torch to the group and dove after the jar while still holding yours. So the rest of the group sees you holding 2 jars and sliding into the darkness.
Can we all grab? Can we make a grab for the torch?
Give me a composure roll.
Everything bad is happening. Oh,
Yeah.
Everyone just hears Spira's
Oh my
screams as she
God.
disappears into the darkness.
Oh no!
Followed by Tazyn's laughter.
You are enjoying this,
Oh, no.
Jono, a little bit too much.
yep.
Unfortunately, Jax dives after
No.
Spira.
Oh my God, yeah!
Jax dives after Spira to try and help them. Spira, you're screaming and sliding along this wet, sticky wax. As you slide into the darkness, you see the group's torches ahead of you as you suddenly plunge deep down. And after a few feet, the light of the torches disappears and you land on a soft bedding of wax itself. Very shortly, you hear somebody
no.
collapse nearby to you and you hear Jax going, are you okay? He asks. Well, are the jars okay?
Yeah. I won't out here anymore.
It's okay. You have your wings. You can fly us up here, right? The jars are okay, and we fell down, so all we have to do is go up. Everybody else in the group, give me a composure roll.
Even me?
Yes, especially you.
What is? I'm chill.
No! What is going on?
Yeah. Nix, you're trembling.
Told you I wasted my good roll.
Hyacinth is perfectly fine. Sylaris is also a bit on edge, but your blood jar is fine, Sylaris. And Tazyn seems to be unbothered as well. And Tazyn actually says, don't worry. As long as they haven't broken the jars or landed in the lava nest, then everything is fine. She calls out and she's like, Seraph and the Jack guy, please tell me you're not in a lava nest. You guys can't see anything, so you're going to have to feel around in the dark.
Oh yeah, you guys don't have torches.
Give me a perception roll, and I'm going to do one for Jack as well. Yeah. Okay. You feel around in the dark. That's when you place your hand on something. Something that responds. It moves. It wiggles. It goes. You're holding a blood bee larva in your hand.
Oh no!
Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be any blood bees in this room at the moment, so you have an opportunity to escape.
Yeah. Wait. No. Wait. Out now.
Jack is like, okay, take the jars first. You've got the 2 jars that they're quite large.
Yeah, but he has 2 jars too. Like.
He put his stuff down as he chased after you, so
Oh, okay.
So it's your jar and Nyx's jar. So he's basically saying you fly up first to get the jars back to the group, and he'll wait down here. Okay.
Okay, okay, fine.
Right, you're flying in the dark here, so give me a pure... Actually, no, you did pretty well. Give me another perception roll, so plus 11 on your roll. Okay, you manage to fly up, and you do so cautiously enough to avoid crashing into the roof above. As you're flying up, you then finally see the flicker of the light of the party. Tazyn is standing there with her arms folded, just waiting for you to return. And you see the others are also nervous and waiting. Nyx and Sylaris and Hyacinth, you see Spira returning with the 2 jars, but no Jack. How do you...
No. Where's Jack?
So let's take these. No, I touched the thing. I'm gonna go back. She's just gonna thrust the jars at Sylaris' head tentacles.
Oh, and I grab onto them.
Do you want to take a torch with you, or do you want to go back down blind?
I want to take a torch.
Okay, you'll grab Jax's torch, because he left it there on the floor. All right. As you're flying back down, you notice that the wax on the walls changes shape as it enters into a lava nest. The walls are softer, they're spongier, and it's definitely more puffy because the storage of blood in the comb is much richer and thicker in order to nurture the younglings down there. As you enter, to your somewhat horror, you see an innocent standing Jax surrounded by what seems to be hundreds of larvae squirming around on the ground. They're also about the size of your hand each. They're all squirming and sort of nibbling on the wax here and there. You realize the way you landed was fortuitously at a dry patch which had been eaten by this group of larvae. So you didn't land on any, which was very lucky because I rolled for that. But yeah, Jax is sort of standing there, and he needs to do a composure roll once the light reveals what he's standing among.
You stand very still. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, he runs for the wall, and he has his back against the wall, and he's like, okay, maybe you should have taken me up first before the jars. As he's looking around himself.
Maybe, but you're fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'd like to go now too. He raises his hand up.
She's gonna grab his wrist so he can grab her back.
You hear the sound, and you feel a plop as something lands on your shoulder. You realize that the larva also can climb up the walls, and some of them are on the ceilings, and they don't like the smoke of the torch that you brought in here, so they start raining down on top of you.
We're gonna hurry out of there.
You manage to fly up and out, and you rejoin the party. How does everybody else respond to this? You can see that there are a couple of larvae crawling on top of Jax and Spira as they return to the party. Some of them are like crawling all over your arms and shoulders and back and everything, and your hair.
I have Hyacinth like, larva.
Tazyn is like, don't.
You need to get rid of those now.
Yeah, don't crush them, Tazyn says, as she like thrusts the torch into Sylaris' hand, and she very quickly approaches you guys, like stand perfectly still as she carefully plucks each of them off one by one, and she decides to open one of the jars, and she empties it out near the surface of the cliff, and she's like, okay, the lava should be attracted towards it, and if the blood bees arrive here, it'll just make them think that the lava were naturally exploring. So let's go now. Right now, as she wants to double the pace again, as she's already doubled it once before. You have you've got 3 jars left. Okay, who's holding the jars? Who wants to hold the 3 jars?
I'm still holding on to them, and I even use my suction cups to make sure that
Okay.
Yes, Sylaris has minded Spira's jars.
And Tazyn has the last one because she, basically at this point is like, okay, we are about halfway there, and we're already about halfway through our supply. Okay, no more mistakes as she marches forward. Okay. Everybody give me acrobatics as you're traveling through the caves.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Why? Why?
Okay.
Why is it 8 again, too?
Hopefully, Nyx, your hands are not full this time, so you've got better balance over yourself. You're still getting used to having 3 tails, but the advantage of it is that it also helps you balance yourself a bit more because you can flick them in 3 different directions, which helps stabilize your center of mass. Everybody manages to keep their footing as they're going through the cave. You guys realize that this cave network is huge as you enter into a cavern with dozens of bridges in all directions. Most of the bridges are made entirely of wax itself. These bridges have a much darker blood red hue to it, where it seems to be that the blood bees are taking the leftovers of the storage combs and reusing them to create structures within the nest itself. So when the larvae are finished eating the combs, the blood bees will transfer that wax to create structures. So you are crossing these bridges in this underground network. The lights of your torches is the only source of light down here, but you can hear the sound of buzzing deep within this cave. There are blood bees everywhere. They're buzzing around the walls, they're flying around. For the most part, they seem to be ignoring the party because nobody has any cuts or injuries and your jars are not cracked or anything like that. You notice that several dozen bees are heading towards the way that you just came because there is a fresh pot of blood that was left by one of the lava dens. Give me a perception roll, everybody. Wow, everybody spots it. So when you look over one of the bridges, you see the pathways heading down lead deep into the cave. And at the bottom, you spot her, the blood bee queen. She is surrounded by hundreds of guardian bees. These ones are much larger than the regular blood bees. They are about twice the size of a normal blood bee. So yeah, essentially 2 hands worth of size. It doesn't look like much, but they have a very noticeable stinger. And these guardian bees are patrolling around the base of the queen itself. She is gigantic. She's larger than a tent as she is producing larvae at a considerable rate. There are blood bees going up and down to deliver blood honey to her. However, you also notice that the guardian bees do sometimes patrol some of the bridges that you've been crossing. So it seems the guardian bees will be exploring all around the nest itself, looking for, well, things exactly like you. Good spotting, by the way, everyone. Yes, I need to do a roll for a secret. There is a secret I've had planned. Oh my god.
I don't like this.
I don't like
No,
this.
no, it's not for you. It's not for you.
I don't like this.
What do you mean
Yeah.
it's not for us?
Because everybody rolled so well on their perception, you notice a change in the hum of the air as the peaceful day-to-day buzzing of the blood bees that you've come to notice takes on a different tone, a much more agitated tone. The buzz becomes more like a brrr.
No.
As the bees themselves start to gather together, including the guardian bees, as they head towards the tunnel entrance that you had just come from. Something has upset the bees deeper in the nest. Something that was where you were earlier. Yay, they're dealing with combat. It's not my fault they rolled a 2.
As long as it's not us, I'm happy.
Fortunately for the party, it seems that the pathway is much easier now as the number of guardian bees that are abandoning their patrol routes are heading towards the source of threat and danger, which means you guys have a much easier job navigating forwards. Give me another acrobatics roll.
But does this mean that
With Dex.
someone is following us?
Maybe.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, at least they're dealing with combat right now.
I'm scared.
Come on, Jack. Jack almost slips off one of the bridges, but he manages to just barely catch himself at the last moment.
Poor Jack. He keeps slipping.
Yeah, Spira just hooks her arm through his to stabilize him.
You've got the power of flight. Very useful even in a
Yeah.
cave network. So yeah, you guys managed to get through the cavern with the blood bridges. You got a peek at the queen bee herself at the base. She is gargantuan compared to the rest of the hive, which is unusual for bees. It's more similar to ants. So you get the impression that the blood bees are similar, share a lot of similarities with ants and bees itself. As Tazin is leading you through one of the networks, she admits, normally I don't even go this deep myself because that's the first time I've seen the queen. I don't know why she's left her throne room. Normally she wouldn't be in the cavern network at all. That was strange. I have no idea why she left the throne room.
Maybe something's happening in the throne room.
Maybe, but I don't want to find out. Tazin, for the first time since you met her, seems a bit nervous as she goes, like I said, blood bees are more manageable than the dream eaters, but I don't want to mess with the queen. Like, I'd rather fight another dragon than mess around with a queen in the middle of their nest. She looks as she gestures at what must at this point be easily 10,000 plus bees in this hive alone. Let's hurry. Let's move. If I remember correctly, the exit should be this way. And she guides forward. Everybody give me Dex acrobatics again with Dex. And you guys are doing really well. I was hoping somebody would drop a blood
Oh boy, here we
jar
go
on the
again.
queen.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
You may have jinxed it.
Yeah. I mean, if Jax was still holding the blood jar, he would have accidentally dropped it on the queen. But Sylaris took it, so... Jax seems to be struggling to keep up with the group. You get the impression that he is much weaker than everyone else in the party. But that could also be just from malnourishment. You have no idea. It's very hard to tell what he is.
Yeah, Spira is holding on to him and she's kind of trying to focus on what's in her apothecary bag and not that she's under a mountain.
So as you're going through the cave, I need to roll for the surprise
whoever's
happening back
back
there.
The surprise people. Oh, well. Good luck to them.
Roll a net.
Oh, okay. How do you have opposites?
Just a second.
Someone rolled really well and someone rolled really terribly.
Just a moment.
I think I have a
The question
feeling
is if
who's
they help
following
each other or
us.
not.
I think I have a feeling.
You hear a gargantuan roar echo throughout the cave network itself. Everybody give me a memory roll. Intelligence.
What intelligence?
Right?
No! Come on!
Intelligence is one.
Sylaris remembers it. Sylaris remembers the roar as it pushed the entire party down onto the ground and a certain individual almost stomped on your face.
Oh no.
Brachus.
But why did you follow us?
Brachus is in combat with the blood bees. And he just
Good.
fell down the bridge and into
Oh,
the
no.
queen's into the area with the queen. He is currently doing battle with the queen guard and the queen itself.
Rip.
Oh my god.
He wants to fight us.
His primal roar just shattered the air as thousands of bees dropped to their death as he was screaming as the entire hive is being
Okay.
stirred up. You guys are running through the cave network.
But if he survives, it would make him even
Run!
stronger.
Sprint!
We could go back and kill him with the bees.
I don't think
I'm
the bees
sorry,
are on
but-
your side.
The
They-
enemy of my enemy is a friend of mine.
We don't have time for this right now.
Yeah, but what if we accidentally
We're trying to get out of the
break
cave.
one of the jars or sleep on some larvae and then we are on the opposite side of the bees?
We gotta
Side.
fight bees.
Yeah, so no, I'm not.
You know what? Yeah, we should probably run.
Yeah.
Let him deal with the bees.
There are so many bees.
Let's just say he's getting
Oh
stung
my
right now.
Good. But maybe if he is killed, maybe we should go back to the loot to collect the loot.
Yeah, the entire cave has shifted in tone. What was once an angry buzz has now become a raging swarm. Tazin basically looks at the
We
group
gotta get out of here,
and
guys.
just says, run. Even after, whoever that is, even after they're done stinging him 10,000 times, they are going to come out after everything that isn't them in this cave. We need to go right now. She actually takes
We
one
have
of
to
her
get out of here.
takes one of her jars and immediately just tosses
We
it
gotta sprint, guys.
down where you guys came from so that it goes off the cliff and down into the cavern network where the queen was below there. So she's just yeeting some blood down there and is like, we run. Everybody give me acrobatics now. Hyacinth, you're in your pocket. You can use your resonance if you want to try and help someone.
You are in my pocket.
Sylaris, you're right. I am in your pocket. I'll take Sylaris. I'll use resonance.
Don't be a one. Don't be a one.
34. Okay.
34.
Yeah, plus 12
Nice.
to all of your rolls. Everybody give me acrobatics and dexterity.
Oh.
You get
Spira
plus
is
12.
gonna grab hold of Jack. She doesn't trust him anymore.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Thank goodness you
fine.
did
I'm
because
good.
he's being debuffed.
I'm running because my life depends on this.
Yeah.
Poor Jack.
Yeah, Jack's legs kind of give way.
I can help him.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you grab Jack. However, a swarm of bees comes your way. Sylaris and Spira currently have their hands full helping Jack. So Nyx and Tazin are the only two options here. What do? There are 3 bees heading towards the group.
We only have 2 jars left now.
How far are they in the cave?
You're near the exit, according to Tazin's memory, but these 3 bees will catch up with you before you can get there anyway.
And if we leave one of the jars there,
They're not in a pacified mood at the moment. They are out for blood.
Oh, okay. Well then. Oh.
okay, can I just grab Jack and since I am buffed, I think I will be strong enough to just grab him and I don't know, maybe carry him princess style.
Yeah, you can.
You
'cause-
think I could make like a temporary wall of fire to keep the bees like back there?
Ooh, yeah, because you got the torch in your one hand.
Yeah.
Yep, give me our Arcana roll.
Okay.
With a snap of your finger and a flick of your wrist, the fire leaps out from your torch and flies over the heads of everybody, creating a dome at first that then expands outwards and forms a wall blocking the barrier. 2 of the bees fly through it, bursting into flames as they come through. One of them remains on the other side. However, one of them is determined to try and take out one of you, and I'm going to have to decide now. Everybody pick a number from 1 to 6 and pick different numbers. Okay, let fate decide.
4.
Spira, give me a dodge roll.
Oh, that was close.
That's without stats. You feel the stinger of this guardian bee, so it was the twice the size one, hit the back of your shoulder blade. It scrapes off of your shoulder bone and takes out like a chunk of your skin. Fortunately, the stinger pierces out your skin again on the other side, and you feel the venom dripping down and soaking into your clothes, but it didn't actually put the venom into your body, fortunately, because your back was turned. Ouch. That's gonna sting, but the bee itself dies shortly afterwards because it threw itself through fire. Somebody can quickly pull that out.
Spira?
It's in my back. I can't reach it.
Okay,
Solaris's
I
hands
will
are
do
quite
that.
literally full. You're
I
carrying.
am,
You're
but
carrying.
I still have tentacles free.
You're carrying Jack. You're carrying
I'm like
2
in
blood
front of
jars.
you guys.
Okay, Nyx.
Yeah, Nyx can.
I'll have to
pull
run
it out,
back
but
there.
It's gonna start bleeding as soon as you pull it out. So just on
Yeah.
the shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just run back there and pull it out.
Yeah, just give me a d20. You yank it out. Some of the venom drips on the open wound, and it feels like hellfire. It stings.
I'm so sorry.
There is blood coming through it. The firewall won't last forever. Yeah, Tazin is like, we go now. As she gestures forward.
Can I just give Jack to Tenzin because she's also quite
Yes.
strong, and
You
I
can
just
yeet him.
I yeet Jack towards Tenzin, and then I grab Pira instead of Jack, and we start running.
So you're carrying Spira now.
Mhm.
Okay. Tazin, she just throws the torch towards the firewall and orders Nyx to take the lead, and she'll guide as Nyx provides the light. So yeah, run. Come on, everybody. One more. We're going to make this a stamina roll, actually. Hyacinth, give me another composure check.
Nice.
I'm still
Nice.
Yeah, plus 15 to Sylaris now.
Oh, a 15 now. Oh, okay.
That was a nice roll.
We are good, Spira.
Yeah. Thank you.
You guys see light at the end of the tunnel as you're coming towards the exit of the Blood Bee Cave. Tazin shouts at Sylaris to drop both of the jars, create as much a mess here at the entranceway so that they'll be confused as to where to go, because their instincts are based on finding blood, so they'll be more interested in the blood than chasing you down, hopefully. Plus, you're not the ones that actually pissed them off, so their focus is currently on a monkey deep in their cave. Speaking of which, time to roll.
Oh yeah. How's he doing?
I hope not so well.
You mean, I hope not either.
He's doing very well. You hear another roar echoing out from deep within the cave. Yeah, they're dying in their thousands.
Oh my god.
Sylaris, do you drop the jars?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You feel yourself lightened significantly now that you don't have to carry those stupid things with you anymore. As you bust out of the cave, you suddenly see the forest ahead of you. If it weren't for the sounds of Brachus's roars, it would almost seem peaceful outside the cave, as pretty much every blood bee in the area has returned to the nest and is currently going deep inside of the cave network. You guys dive into the nearby bushes as you see a nearby swarm of blood bees rushing into the cave to try and figure out what the hell this panic hormone is that's being released into the air, signaling all blood bees to return. Tazyn is panting and breathing really heavily, and she tears off some of her leather and she soaks it in some water, and she immediately starts wiping Spira's wound. It stings like hell, but she needs to get rid of the blood on your back as well as clean out any of the venom, because the venom is a signifier that this is an enemy or a threat. So if the bees pick up on the signal of the venom coming off of Spira's back, it will attract more bees to attack. So she's trying to clean up your wound as quickly as possible, and she's being very rough about this. Yeah, it sucks. It really, she's not as gentle as Dr.
Ow.
Wolfenstein was. Yeah, she's grumbled to herself saying, I should have gotten paid for this. That's where we can leave it for today. You guys got through the blood bee cave.
Yeah, we're out of the cave. Oh my god.
We did it, guys.
Well, there's still someone in the
Blood
cave.
me down.
Well, he can stay in the cave.
Hopefully he dies
He
there.
caused this mess.
If he doesn't die, that is gonna be very dangerous.
The next episode should be right here. Thanks for watching.